what's up everyone? Chris H here with Techie Shabai, and so I've owned the Google Home for a couple months now, and I thought I'd share 5 things that I absolutely love about the Google Home, and it's really the 5 things that I use the most on the device. Now some of these things are really simple commands that I use on my Google Home. In fact, some people out there will probably say, I can use my phone for this, which is true, you can. But I do like the Google Home overall, and I think it's pretty handy, and hopefully in the future there'll be some software updates to kind of increase the functionality. Now in no particular order, the first one that I probably use the most, and same thing with my wife, are timers. So whenever we're cooking dinner, or whenever we just want to set a timer for something, we always default to our Google Home instead of our devices. Now I use a Pixel, my wife uses an iPhone, so even though we have our 2 separate devices, we still use the Google Home. In fact, it's sort of second nature now. We never go to our phones immediately or use even the timer that we have attached to our refrigerator. We typically just say, okay, Google, set timer for 15 minutes, and that's about it. So that is something that we do use a lot, and even though it's fairly basic, it's nice to have. So the second thing that we use the most are quick facts. So whenever we want to look something up, we just repeat, okay, Google, and ask it a question about something. Now we typically use this while we're watching a TV and we want to know what kind of Now we typically use this, for example, when we're watching TV and we want to know what the name of the actor is that's in the show or the movie, or if we're hearing a song, we want to know some quick facts about the artist. So that's pretty much what we use it for. Nothing too fancy schmancy, but again, it's nice to be able to just say, the hot word, the keywords to Google, and then ask it just a quick question and get that facts repeated to us. So the third thing is music. Now even though the Google Home is relatively small in size, the speaker on it is actually fairly decent. Now I'm not like a music aficionado. I have a soundbar, it's a Vizio soundbar that I use, and I think that sounds pretty good, but that cost a couple $100s a couple years ago. And then the other speaker that I've used consistently over the last couple years is the UE Boom, the first generation, not the second generation, but the first generation. And that one, 360 sound, sounds pretty good. The Google Home, in my opinion, sounds just as good as the UE Boom. So, and obviously you can do more things with it because it has Google Assistant built right into it. Now, of course, just like the Boom speakers, you can connect multiple speakers together, also like the Sonos system, and you can put them into different rooms. That way you can kind of create like a surround sound experience, or create a certain music atmosphere in one room and another in a different room. So that particular functionality I haven't used yet. We have one Google Home speaker situated in our living room, but it is nice to be able to give it the keyword, ask it to play a song or to play an artist or to play an album or whatever genre of music that we're looking for, and it does it. So no touching of the phone required, say to the speaker, and it does it. Now the next thing on the list is TV. So you can program your Chromecast, if you have a Chromecast plugged into your TV, and you can ask Google to essentially switch to Netflix and be able to ask the Google Assistant to say, hey Google, play Stranger Things on my TV, and to have it automatically switch on there for you. That's a pretty cool feature. So I don't use it very often, but I see the usefulness in it, and hopefully in the future it'll be expanded into more applications. Now finally, the last thing that I love to use my Google Home for, or with, is Wemo lights. Now as of right now, they're not specifically compatible with each other, but through IFTTT you can program your Google Home to turn off lights. Setup honestly is not that difficult. If you've ever used the IFTTT app before, it's fairly easy and it really doesn't take a lot of time. So right now I have my Google Home set up to turn off my living room lights and the light in here. So let's see if I can get it to work. Now I'm not specifically going to be using the Google Home in here because I am in a completely separate room and the door's closed, but because it works with Google Assistant, it'll still work with your Google Assistant on your phone. So, okay Google, turn on the office lights.
Okay, turning on light in the office.
And there that is, and then you can also ask it to turn it off too. Okay, Google, turn off the office lights.
Okay, I will turn off the light in the office.
So that to me is probably one of the more useful things that I have been able to use with my Google Now. And there's other things you can do through the IFTTT app, but for me, getting home, not having to flip a switch and just saying, you know, turn off the lights, turn on the lights, and having it do it automatically definitely makes it seem like it's very futuristic and just cool overall. Anyways, what do you guys think? Do you have a Google Home? Do you guys use the Google Home similarly, using the same stuff that I use it for? What kind of stuff do you use the Google Home for? What can I incorporate into my daily routine to maybe make my life easier using the Google Home? If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Please don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button. My name is Chris H with Techie Shabai. I'll see you in the next video.